Hello world, welcome back to DevHooks channel. In this video we are going to explore objects in JavaScript, which is an amazing data structure there. Let's dive in. Well, an object is a collection of properties, and a property is an association between a name or key and value. Object in JavaScript can look like this, but object also has something important to keep it in mind, that can have methods attached to them. They can have functionality which describe its behavior, like this say hello method. Now, objects in general are unattended key-value pairs of data. The element access is done with help of property name. For example, to get the age value, we use age as an identifier. Objects are not really iterable. There is only the for-in loop to traverse all enumerable properties of an object and its prototype chain. Object keys are unique, so every key name must be appearing only once. You can't have two age property in the same object, for example. If you duplicate the properties, the second property will override the first one. Keys must to be any valid JavaScript string, or anything that can be converted to a string. Objects in general can be summarized as data structure that can store data but also can contain some extra functionality known as methods, so it is really more than just data structure. Let's also see objects in code therefore. Again, back in an empty app.js file, we can create a person object where you have first name, let's say, which is Alice, and the age, which is 34, and hobbies, which an array with sport and coding. We can absolutely access the object values by key name with two methods. First, we can access to the value by key name as a string, and now we get access to Alice value. The second method is with the dot notation like this. With objects you can always add new properties with the dot notation as well, because JavaScript allow us to access to a property don't exist yet. For example, birthday. If we print out the person object, we see that new birthday. Now, if you think to delete such a property, this is something you can do with objects as well. Using the delete operator, you just set the property which you want to delete and you go. If we print out the person object this time, the birthday property is no longer available on person object. Now, as I mentioned in the slide, there is one more very important feature, that your objects can have methods inside them, so you add functions as value for your properties to interact with others. For example, inside this function we can print out a greeting message from the person like so. That's all we need to know about objects for now. Of course you can do a lot of work on objects, but this enough for a quick look at objects. See you next time with Maps data structure. Happy coding!